Okay, this is the fourth and final example of using the quadratic formula. The question here would probably say, solve the following equation correct to 2 decimal places or to 3 significant figures. So because it tells you to do it to some rounding, that means you know to use the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is given to you in your formula list. It is x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, and that's all over 2a. Okay, so we need to identify what is a, b and c. A is the number multiplying the squared term, that's going to be 5. B is a number multiplying the term on its own, so b is going to be 3. And c is what we have at the end here, so c is negative 9. Okay, so we can substitute these values in, so it's going to become minus b, that's minus 3, plus or minus the square root of b squared, that's 3 squared. Notice how I put that inside a bracket, take away, open up a bracket for your 4ac, that's going to become 4 times 5 times negative 9. And that's all over 2 times 5. X equals minus 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 minus, and then what we've got 4 times 5, which is 20. 20 times negative 9 is negative 180. And that's over 10. So x equals minus 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 subtract negative 180 is positive 189. See if ever you have a square root of a negative number inside here. It means you've made an error along the way, because then when you put that into your calculator you're going to get a math error. Okay, so you always want this thing here to be positive. Okay, so we need to split them up into our two options. We've got the plus option and the minus option. So we've got x equals minus 3 plus the square root of 189 over 10. That's all over 10. And then we've got x equals minus 3 minus the square root of 189 over 10. Okay, so once again, just put it in exactly as you see it on your calculator. I've got 1.074, and over here we've got minus 3 minus root 189 over 10, which is minus 1.674. And if the question said do it to 2 decimal places, this would become 1.07 to 2 decimal places, and this would be x equals minus 1.67 to 2 decimal places. Okay, so you need to just be careful when you're identifying your values of a, b and c here, particularly when we start to include negative numbers, and make sure that you can substitute them properly into the quadratic formula.